This is Roman.
Hey, Roman. Hey, puppy. Yeah. This place smells interesting. This is totally new. Here's the others too. Puppy, puppy. What are you talking about, puppy? Hi there. Oh, what did you find? Hi, thank you for kisses. Hello. Hi.
He's definitely curious, definitely interested in exploring on his own terms. He's social with me, but he's making sure I don't try to pick him up or stop him. Because he's not ready for that yet. Typical.
That dog's weird, huh?
But I like when he was unsure of that dog, he veered back over to me. And he's not lacking confidence at all. He's environmental. He wants to process it all. He wants to check it all out.
Hi. You be
He
friends
looked at
now?
the dog and he looked at you.
Yeah. He knew I was going to pick him up. He was like, oh, dang it.
Easy. Not so bad, huh?
He's very kissy. Now that he's picked up, he's kind of camped out here. Whoa. I say that and he goes. He's not handling sensitive at all. He just wants it on his own terms. I'm even being a little bit obnoxious, and there's no tension. He's fine. He's comfortable. He's just worried about that dog. He's like, why'd you stop? You didn't have to stop. I was good with that.
What do you think, mister? Hi.
I think he'll be pretty affectionate with his person. And he's more interested in social interaction than he is in the toys. I mean, he's interested in the toys, but secondarily. He likes the toy because it's something we're playing with, not in and of itself. And he's very aware of the little bit of squeaking you can hear from the litter mates. He'd probably do really well in a multiple dog situation just because he is very socially aware. He's made great eye contact with me from the second he landed in here. He's made different attempts to interact in different ways. He's, poodle in the sense that he doesn't want me handling him if he doesn't want to be handled, but he's not clearly very stressed by that. He's confident, he's rolling with all this, he just wants to process it. He needs that thinking time, that processing time, and to make his own decisions, but he's a poodle.
You think, little mister? Get it. Good job.
It's interesting, all of his toy play has been very, very manipulative with the item. He's really thinking about what that thing can do. Whereas most puppies just kind of grab it and go with it. He's brainy. He's probably very, very smart. And that's got its upsides and its downsides with a dog like what I'm seeing with him so far. He's smart enough to learn anything, but he's also smart enough to want to think things through. He's like engineer brain. But I like that he's very social.
You like that ball?
I like that he's warmed up enough to just relax and play. Obviously, he self-entertains really well. I think he's going to be pretty easy to live with. How is his energy levels with the litter?
I would say like most of them are pretty higher energy.
Yeah.
But in the Their mom is also put her in a high energy when she plays, but that's not
Yeah.
like explosive. It's intense during play. Like she likes going on long walks. She likes and she keeps up. But then, if you don't give it to her, she will play with the ball like he was
Yep.
just doing it,
Yep.
and she will push it herself. She will roll it onto the couch, make sure you yell at you or bring it out. Very interactive, and but like as an adult, she is as happy to be, on a long walk or just lay on the couch all day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of more,
I would guess that's about where he will end up.
yeah, like a lot
It's
like fun and just up in the mood. Like the mood is up. I don't know how to explain it,
Yeah.
but not high energy as like agility dog or
Right,
sport dog. Like she could do it if we ask her of it, but then she also have to chill. And I
Right.
think kind of like these puppies, most of them are going to be like this, except one who is like busybody and into everything. But this guy, I would say medium to.
The lower end of high. That's a nice energy level to live with.
Yeah. Like I think he can go up and down depending on what's being asked.
Right. Is he about food? What have I got? It's gonna make a noise. Do you like cheese? Definitely interested in the food. And willing to come back over to me to engage with it more. Cheese is getting stuck in his whiskers. He grabbed a big piece. That was no problem for him. Okay, he learned how to work the thing really quick,
Mm-hmm.
and he's persistent with trying to get the food. Oh, he's smart. He found the little tiny plastic little knobby thing on the top, and he's trying to pull it off.
Trying to chew the side of it.
Uh-huh. When I didn't push that side all the way down, so he found the side that was more open, and he's trying to pry it off. He's trying to flip it with his nose. Yeah, he's, like I said, he's got that engineering type brain. Even with his toy play, you could see he had this kind of like,
Let's see what I can do with it.
how does this thing work? And he's not going to look to me for help because he actually likes solving this puzzle. So there's no motivation. Plus, he is pretty independent. Of course, that would change as he formed a stronger relationship with an actual person, but it's not going to be, looking for help is not going to be his default setting because he's a problem solver. So this is a puppy I would definitely invest in some of the brain games and puzzles and things because he'll love them. He'll solve them all really quickly.
Like, if I don't solve it, I'll break it.
Uh-huh.
And that's true. Like, with that kind of puppies, they will, if you don't provide entertainment, they will find their own entertainment.
Yes. He will be the one who will learn to open all the doors and get into the trash, and not just to shred the trash, but because the actual problem of getting into the trash is as interesting.
The mom opens crates.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And not only that, if she wants to jump on top set in a second set of crates, she makes sure that the door on the bottom ones is out of her way. She will go and like she will scan it, make sure, and then she pushes those out of the way and then goes in.
Yeah, he's gonna be smart like that. This guy's no dummy. He's independent, but very, very intelligent. And definitely interested in synth games.
Ooh, yeah.
Like really interested. And because of his, and this is really strong.
Mm-hmm. What is the birch?
It's birch.
Yeah.
But it's just for whatever reason, it's particularly, I guess because it's been sitting in this bag and I accidentally left the scent sample in the bag with it. So it's really strong. But he was really interested in it. He checked it out. I think he doesn't like the smell, which I'm not surprised. It's very strong, but he definitely had interest. So, and he noticed the smell. So he's not as nosy as some dogs, but he came in, he was sniffing from the second he sat down. He needed to sniff his whole area before he was satisfied. And I think he would like the problem solving aspect of any type of nose work or scent games they wanted to do with him. What is it? He's like, you did that. So that's interesting because he's one of the only puppies that I've ever tested that actually clearly looked at me as responsible for making that noise. And he's not sure what he thinks about the fact that I did that. So that's telling because it means that he's going to be a really strong single incident learner. So it's only going to take him once to learn if something he doesn't like or something's bad. And you're going to lose trust with that really quick and easy because he's smart enough to know that you were responsible for the thing. He didn't love the noise, but it didn't totally floor him. He doesn't want anything to do with that, and he doesn't like me as much as he did a second ago. So it changed his opinion of this whole situation rather than just the typical,
oh, it's something noisy, let's get over it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got over it, but he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Right. And he's thought that through. That's a decision he's made. It's not just a startle response.
Oh, now he came.
He's like, okay, you're better than the noisy thing. Pick me up and tell me it's okay. But that's good. That's good that he recovered enough to make friends with me again, or was forgiving enough. So he's one I would socialize really carefully, get him out and about a lot, but slowly. Just because of the speed of his learning. So we want to make sure he's forming positive associations with everything because he's smart enough to know, okay, this is not that. The neighbor has a leaf blower today. Yesterday it was a weed eater. Those are not the same thing. He's smart enough to make that conclusion. And he's smart enough to know and remember from one time he decides he doesn't like something. So they're going to need to socialize.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem. It's just being proactive will stop a whole lot of problems before they ever even begin. And it all comes back to the amount of brain power he's got going on here.
Nothing adults only home.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Too much possibility to learn that kids are unpleasant and then run with that idea.
Yeah.
He liked food so much, I'm going to give treats and see if he'll take it. And now he's more sensitive to all the
Mhm.
noises, but
Yeah,
he's
like he
still
lost-
taking food.
Mhm.
So again, I don't think it's a lack of confidence, it's a learned.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, you're still the lady with the food. It's all okay. So he can learn that things are okay just as fast as he will learn that things are not okay. And he's going to go check out that noise. And he went right to the source of it. But they're going to need to be really careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's typical. Any of the really smart dogs, you're going to find that. But I really like that when he's not sure, he's coming back to me, and that independence just went through the
Mhm.
floor. And now he's not Mr. Independent anymore. So that's a great automatic, like, default response to have to being startled. And he can still take food, so he's not as stressed.
What does that thing do?
Visually, he's curious.
What is that? Puppy, puppy. What do you think?
He's just very skeptical.
Yeah, like he's not falling apart, but he's like,
No. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yes, he's one I would probably recommend. Like, he'd probably be a great candidate for like PetSmart puppy classes in that busy store environment with a lot of random puppies and a lot of random stuff going on. As long as they've got a good trainer that will pace and not push him. He's not one I'd push, but he's one I'd give a ton of exposure to, and not just one round of puppy classes, but
Keep going.
keep going. And I would keep him in something probably through to about a year. They could take breaks if he's like when he hits those peaceful moments, like 5 months where confidence goes up. But for most of that, I would keep him in something just because I don't want that to get stuck. And he's so smart that it will.
Yeah.
And it's one of those funny things that it's a factor of the intelligence. It's not a bad thing. It's just the downside of the good thing.
Yeah, because you learn quick and you learn good in bed.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But he'll be the rock star of all the obedience stuff, and he'll like, I think, training and working as food motivated as he is. And as much as that built his relationship with me and restored his relationship with me after he decided I was the evil lady that did the scary stuff, he's very food motivated. So I think he's one. A lot of times we see these independent puppies, and I say, you know, they're not a great candidate for obedience or for somebody who wants to do a lot of training. But in his case, I think he'll actually thrive with that, even with the independence. And it'll be a nice counterpoint and a nice balance because he'll work for you, but he'll also chill and entertain himself. And that's rare. That's really rare to find that.
Yeah.
That particular combination. So I think he's going to be very livable, very easy to live with, lots of fun. He'll be a fun dog. I don't really have anything cautionary to say except because of the IQ, make sure
to be protected from potential bad experiences.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense.
Good boy.